They weren't famous, yet their faith shook the world. In the shadows beneath Rome, a movement was growing. Quiet, these were the ones history forgot, yet heaven knew every name. For Rome, the new faith was a spark that needed crushing. And through these deaths, one man would watch, question, break. The first to fall was a man whose courage shone like morning. Stephen spoke truth, and the world hated him for it. They tore him from the city to silence the fire in his voice, and the first stone fell like thunder. "I see heaven open," he whispered. Faith unbroken, but fury rose, louder than truth. And in the eyes of Rome, something cracked. The first martyr fell in grace, but his death only strengthened the fire. The next to fall was a fisherman turned warrior of truth. James, son of thunder, spoke with a voice Rome feared, and the king sealed his fate. They took him without mercy, yet his steps never faltered. A blade lifted against heaven's servant. He died as he lived, faithful, and the second martyr joined the first. He watched, and the cracks in his armor widened, but every death spread life. And now the lions awaited. Truth has a cost, and Mark was about to pay it. They tied him to ropes and dragged him through the city he loved. The man who once fled in fear now endured in faith. His body broke, but his gospel would never be silenced. The ink he wrote would outlive the empire that killed him. Not all martyrs died in screams. Some died with reason. Justin was a thinker, a philosopher searching for truth. And in Christ, he found what reason alone could not. Rome demanded he sacrifice to idols. No one in their right mind abandons truth for error. He knelt, not in defeat, but in certainty. The blade fell, the philosopher died, but truth stood taller. Far from Rome, another witness waited. Her name was Blandina, a slave, underestimated by all. They demanded she deny Christ. "I am a Christian, and we do nothing to be ashamed of." Her name was Blandina, a slave, underestimated by all. They demanded she deny Christ. "I am a Christian, and we do nothing to be ashamed of." They hung her before the beasts, yet the beasts would not touch her. Again and again she endured. The empire broke her body, not her faith. The smallest witness became one of the greatest. They were not heroes by birth. They became witnesses by choice, and their blood became the seed of faith. Faith did not grow in palaces. It grew in chains. Perpetua was only 22, a mother, a daughter. She could still walk free if she would only deny Christ. Her father begged her, "Think of your child. I cannot be called anything other than what I am, a Christian." The decision was made. Beside her was Felicitas, enslaved, pregnant, unafraid. "If you suffer now, how will you face the beasts? Now I suffer alone, then Christ will suffer with me." She gave life, knowing she would soon give her own. The day of spectacle arrived. One noblewoman, one slave, walking as equals. The crowd demanded blood. Rome called it entertainment. But even broken, she stood again. Pain did not silence them. Even the executioner faltered. She faced death on her own terms. The women Rome tried to erase became eternal. Years earlier, another witness began his final journey. Ignatius of Antioch, a shepherd led in chains. He wrote letters, not of fear, but of longing. "I am God's wheat, to be ground by beasts." Rome prepared its greatest stage. He did not walk to his death. He walked toward Christ. Ignatius did not resist. He did not plead. He only prayed. The shepherd became the sacrifice. Rome cheered. Heaven received him. They stood in different places, different times, but their faith was the same. Fire could not burn it. Water could not drown it. Steel could not silence it, because this faith was rooted in resurrection. Their blood became seed, and the seed became a movement, a faith passed from hand to hand, from generation to generation. Their flame did not die. It spread. They are not gone. They are remembered, and they are calling us not to die, but to live with conviction. Their story ends here. If their faith cost them everything, what does it cost us today? Faith is no longer illegal, but it still demands courage. The question is not, would you die for this faith? The real question is, will you live it? If these stories stirred your heart, their story ends in time, but it begins in eternity. Run toward the Bible.